Welcome back. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to fold the Origami Peacock, designed by Kasahara, the designs for which can be found in his book Creative Origami. This is a great book with lots of fantastic models. Now, getting started, I'm going to use an A4 piece of paper. If you have an origami piece of paper and you'd like to use that, you can certainly start with that, but you will need to start with a square. So take the top edge of your paper and fold it down to the side edge of your paper here so that you can start with a square. Fold your piece of paper along that diagonal and remove the back flap of paper here. This will give you the origami square. Then we are going to need to make the preliminary base and then follow that into a bird base. So now that you have your square of paper, take the bottom left hand corner and fold it up to the right hand corner to get another diagonal valley fold from corner to corner. Then you have what I call the origami X. Flip this over and take the bottom edge of the paper, the bottom flat edge, fold it up to the top flat edge to get a horizontal valley fold right through the center. Open that up, fold the right hand side over to the left hand side, and that will give you a vertical valley fold going right through the center of your paper. Now that you have that square, you can rotate your paper into a diamond, take the two corners on either side and pull them gently down towards the bottom and squash fold the top gently, and you will have what is known as the preliminary base. From there, you'll need to move on making a bird base. There's two flaps on this side and two flaps on this side. Take the bottom edge of the flap and fold it in along the crease that's already in the center. Now as you fold that, make sure not to go over the center and crease it well so that it's a nice valley fold. Take the opposite edge down here and fold it in towards the center, like so. Now unfold these flaps. Take this top flap here and lift it up and do what's called a petal fold. You're going to make a valley fold from these two little corners where the lines meet. Fold that up and then re-crease this edge to the inside and this edge to the inside, and then reverse these folds so they go in towards the center line, and you will end up with a petal fold like so. Okay, now normally I would say take this and flap it back down, but let's leave it open for now because we'll need to keep it open for this model. Then take your model, flip it over, repeat the same step on the back. Take this bottom edge, fold it in towards the center line, making sure not to cross the center line, and then crease that valley fold well. Do the same on the other side, this bottom edge in towards the center line, make sure not to go over the center line. Now unfold these two flaps and petal fold upwards like so, and recrease these edges in towards the center and refold those edges so that they go right along the center line. Okay, now that you've got that completed, you should have two little flaps down here that look like legs and these two flaps up here that are open. Now, what you're going to do first is you're going to take this one flap and flap it from the right to the left. And you'll see this kite shape in here. Now take one flap, you've got one, and then the second one is kind of attached to the top. Take this flap and flap it over like this. Now you're going to not see any creases or folds in here. Take this corner now and valley fold it so it meets up with this corner here, and valley fold that. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to do a fold where you're going to take this central line here and you're going to mountain fold it up like this, and you're going to valley fold a crease here and a crease here so that this edge lines up vertically with this edge. So I'm just going to take this and valley fold here, and take this one and valley fold it the same. So when you get done, it should look something like this. This line here should be perpendicular with the center, and the inside will look something like this. Now we need to do the exact same thing to the other side. So we're going to flap this one up and over, and then we're going to fold this tip back this way. Crease it. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to mount and fold this, but instead of going up, we're going to pull it down so that this part is pointing perpendicularly down. Like so. Now if you need to readjust them ever so slightly, you can, but that's what it should look like on the inside, just like the top one. And your result will be a model that looks something like this. Now you've got this same kite shape here and the two little legs pointing off either side. You're going to take this edge here and you're going to fold it inward towards the center like this. And do the same thing, take this top edge and fold it in towards the center line like this. Now we're going to need to take this on this leg piece. You're going to take this outside edge and fold it inwards. So I'm actually going to rotate my model just to make it a little easier for me to fold it. I'm going to take this edge and fold it inward so that it lines up here, and this is going to end up being our leg. Now as I do this, I'm going to fold it inward like this so that these two pieces crease together, and this piece lines up here and this piece lines up at the bottom so that it looks like this when you're done. Okay, I'm going to do that 3 more times, one on this side and twice on here. So I'm going to take this little bit and flip it over and take this edge and fold it down. So that it at the end looks like that from the top and like that from the bottom. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Taking this edge, folding it downwards. Flipping my model over, taking this outside edge, folding it downwards, and this is going to form the two little legs. There we go. Now I have those two little legs here, and you see this crease that's opened up here. Now you're going to take this edge here and you're going to fold it in towards the center. What you want to do is this is going to make the tail on this edge. You want to pull this edge in so that it's kind of along the line here, but you're going to rotate it ever so slightly past this fold that you can already see, so that your tail has just a little bit of shape to it. Okay, and what we're doing right now is we're making this little bottom piece here. Okay, fold that one in, fold the other one so it's symmetrical. so I've got that symmetrical now, like so. Now I'm going to take this top whole half and valley fold it down like this to make the body. I need to recrease my head just a bit so it's pointy in the right way. Okay, now you've got your whole body here. Now the tail part, what you're going to do is you're going to do this so it is first it's like a pleat fold. Got a valley fold on the inside and a mountain fold on the outside. And what you want to do is you want to take this and start by making a valley fold here, and then another valley fold coming back out this way. Something like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to separate this, and you're going to follow this one on this side because this is our valley and our mountain here, and then you're just going to reverse the opposite on the other side. So I'm going to recrease this one, and from this view it's a mountain, so we're going to make it a valley, and mountain fold the other one here. And what you'll end up with when you're done is a pleat fold for the tail that goes over the top like that. So there's that pleat fold on the inside, and what this will do is once I've finished these legs, it'll kind of almost lay flat on the ground like this one. So you can kind of take a look at those two here. This one's maybe a little bit further back than that one, but it's pretty much the same idea. Alright, so there's the outside pleat fold for that back leg. Alright, now we're going to take the neck piece and fold it to meet up with the legs. So you're going to take this bit here and you're going to inside reverse fold it so that it is parallel with the legs here. This line is parallel with the legs. So I'm just going to pre-crease that, valley fold it. I'm going to open it and inside reverse fold it so it looks like that, so that it's lined up with the legs. There you go. Now that I've got that piece done, I'm going to do kind of the same move I did with the legs here. I'm going to inside reverse fold this area here. I'm going to take this outside edge and valley fold it this direction, inward. Once I get that valley fold done, I'm going to open it up, lift this piece, and actually tuck it inside. And then I'm going to recrease this top piece of the valley fold. I'm going to tuck it up inside until the fold here is lined up with this edge, so it looks something like that. Okay, now I'm going to do the same on the other side, so I have to flip my model over, take this outside edge, crease it inwards to meet up with that little outside edge. Okay, I'm going to inside reverse fold that, open that flap, inside reverse fold, then I'm going to tuck this in just a bit so that it lines up like that. Now at this point, the directions have us make the legs. Okay, so I'm going to take this leg and we're going to do the legs at separate times. I'm going to do one leg at a time. I'm going to take this first piece and I'm going to valley fold it this way. Alright, now if you look closely at this model, you'll see this angle here for the leg. I'm going to do that so I have this angle here. And basically, if you do that, you're going to bring this outside edge parallel with the bottom of the body. Then you're going to have to inside reverse fold that You take this flap, open it up, and inside reverse fold this piece so that it is parallel with the bottom of your model. Then you're going to recrease this. I'm just going to open it up, and you're going to bring it so it's pointing straight down and lined up with this line. So if I take this and I just kind of gently open it and inside reverse fold it this way so that it's pointing downward like so, alright, then this will be coming straight down this way. Alright, now to get this foot piece here, it's going to again be another like pleat fold situation. I'm going to take this leg and I'm going to valley fold it backwards this direction. Then I'm going to inside reverse fold it again. Like that. So now it's pointing backwards, inside reverse fold. Now I'm going to reverse that fold one more time so that it lines up in the back. And that foot comes straight back to the front. So this is kind of like a couple joints here. Now I'm going to take this other leg around the back and do exactly the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to valley fold this one first so that it's parallel with the bottom and matching the front one. And I'm going to inside reverse fold it. So it's like that. Okay, now I'm going to valley fold this one down this way so it's kind of coming straight down parallel with this edge, and I'm going to inside reverse fold that piece. And sorry, I'm having to twist my model around so much. Okay, now this one is going straight down. Then I'm going to valley fold it backwards so that it matches the first one. Okay, now I'm going to inside reverse fold that valley fold. And one problem here is the paper is pretty small, especially for my big fingers and this small screen. So there it is going backwards. Now I'm going to inside reverse fold it back towards the front so that the joint there is lined up in the back. Okay, so there's that leg joint. Valley fold, inside reverse, valley fold backwards, inside reverse fold, and then inside reverse fold back towards the front. Okay, now that we've got those legs completed, we're going to work on the head. Now the head is a couple inside reverse folds. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to open it up like this, and I'm going to inside reverse fold it so that this area here lines up with this corner here, and it's pretty much horizontal or parallel with the back edge. Okay, now once you have that done, you're going to valley fold or outside reverse fold so that your neck has just a little bit of a gap at the bottom here, and it's going at that angle. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but you just look at how that is, and you'll have that little gap there. Then outside reverse fold that piece. Okay, now we need to take this top piece and make the head. So we're going to valley fold it out that way. And that part makes the head. And now you're going to have to outside reverse fold that. So I'm going to open this flap of paper and outside reverse fold it. like that. Now, this is the tricky part. You have to take this area of paper and actually open it up. So I'm going to take my bone folder and just pull this little flap of paper out, and this little flap of paper out to separate those. And now I'm going to kind of squash them together like that and bend it back down. And now you get this kind of opened flap of paper here for the head. So we've opened that flap up. Now it's just one flap of paper on the inside. Now, just like we were doing the basic duck, we're going to do an inside pleat fold here. So I'm just going to reverse fold that and then bring that little point back. Sorry for my big thumbs. So that we just have the little tip coming out. And now I'm going to take that pleat fold and inside reverse the first valley and bring back the second one, so when I close this, it's an inside pleat fold. Okay, so that is how to finish the Origami Peacock, designed by Kaneko Kasahara, and the designs for which can be found in his book Creative Origami.